guys, it's Kim George here from Your Chic Geek, and I'm back with another video slash techie video tutorial to show you guys how to add an epic or a really awesome contact form to your contact page in your WordPress website. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I used to struggle with and used to frustrate me was really adding a contact form to my WordPress website. Yes, and I'm a tech person. And one of the other things that people have been reaching out to me with is just asking that general question is, what are you using for your contact form on your contact page? As it stands right now, guys, this is what my contact page or my contact form looks like. It's nothing special about it, but I think it looks really, really, neat, really simple. It matches my branding, and so this is just one of the questions that people have been asking me about as far as what I use to create this form. Well, guys, I am happy to report that I used Thrive Architect to create this contact form, and I'm so sorry about all these tabs, but it is what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the back end of my WordPress website, and I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to add a contact form to your WordPress website using the Thrive Architect plugin. Really quickly, let's go ahead and get off into how to create a contact us page and then how to add a form to the page using Thrive Architect. So the first thing that you want to do, guys, is I'm logged into the back end of my WordPress website. I'm going to go ahead and go to New. I'm going to click Page to add a new page to the site. And I'm just going to give this a name of Contact Test because this is just a test page. And so then I'm going to go over to the right and I'm going to click Publish. Okay. Okay, great. Now, as you can see here, underneath my page, I have a button that says Launch Thrive Architect. Now, you're only going to see this button after you have gotten a copy of the Thrive Architect plugin. Now, the reason that I highly recommend this for folks that are not that tech savvy is because number one, you only have to pay for the plugin once, and number two, you're going to get access to, I think they're up to maybe over 276 or plus landing page templates, sales page templates, webinar registration templates, sales funnels templates. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this thing is just super duper powerful. Contact forms, all kinds of stuff that you can use to, beef up your WordPress website and so on and so forth. Okay. And number three is it's epic. It really is an epic tech tool for folks that are running WordPress websites. Anywho, so what you're going to do is once you download, install, and activate the Thrive Architect plugin onto your WordPress website, you will see this green button on every page. Once you click under to edit, or go in to edit that page, so then you're going to go ahead and click Launch Thrive Architect. Okay, so now it's going to start pulling up the Thrive Architect tool. Okay, as you can see over here, this is where all of the elements and stuff are going to appear once we start adding things and messing around basically, or choosing the different elements over to the right. So over to the right, we have three different elements. We have we have an option to add an element. We have one to change the template, and then we have another for settings. What we want to do is we want to click Add Element. Okay. Now, what we're going to do under here is there's two ways you can find the contact stuff. What you can do is type up here, contact. Okay. That's another way to do it. One way to do it rather, or you can come over and scroll down until you find the contact form. Okay, so once you find the contact form, guys, what you want to do is you want to click on this item and hold it down, and you want to drag it over to where it says Inside Element on your WordPress website, okay, or on this page under Contact Test. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this there. As you can see, ta-da, the contact form has appeared. Now, here's where things really get awesome. Now, for example, for instance, if you don't like the design of this contact form, no problemo. What you can do to change the design of this template, guys, is under Template Options, okay, with this highlighted and selected, you can go over next to where it says Template. You want to click this little pencil button, okay, and then it's going to start showing you some of the other templates that are available for contact forms in Thrive Architect, and it's pretty cool. So you can go through, guys, and look at the different templates until you find something that really speaks to you and that's something that you want to use for your brand. And again, it makes it easy. Once you find that template, you can select it, and it's going to appear. So for example, if I wanted to use the beauty contact form, I'm just going to click choose template and it's going to show up. Okay. But I don't want to use that template. I want to go back to the default light because I like that template a lot. And I'm just going to click choose template. Now, some other things that you can do that are pretty cool with this contact form tool within the Thrive Architect plugin is you can change up the typography. So for example, I know for my site, I don't think that I think maybe I do use Open Sans as a font on my content, but not for my headings and things like that. I know that I use a different font. So to keep things branded and tied closely with with the branding, the typography, aka the fonts and things like that of your site, you know I'm big on that. You can actually go through and you can change some of these things. And so if you wanted to, for example, change the fonts, excuse me, what you can do is you can actually click on these different little elements here. So for like first name, you can click on this. You can go to where it says typography. You can see here right now it has Open Sans as the font. However, if I wanted to change that to something else, what I would do again is click this little pencil, okay? And there's 3 different sources that you can choose from to change your fonts. So you can choose Google Fonts, you can choose website fonts, which is going to give you some kind of default fonts, and I never really use this because I don't like any of those fonts. You can install custom fonts if you have those, and you can inherit the font, the theme font that you're already using. So what I'm going to do is go to Google Fonts, and I'm going to just go and select Poppins because I know this is one of the fonts that I am using. As you can see, it changed it, okay? And then you can go down to start kind of changing and fine tuning some of the stuff within your font. So if I wanted to make things a little bit bolder, or if I wanted to make the fonts look a little bit lighter, I can do things like that. So it's pretty cool. So there's a lot that you can do here, okay? But I'm just going to go ahead and keep it at Poppins at a regular font. And then for the bolds, I'll do about a 700. And then I'm just going to click apply, okay? Now, if I wanted to bold it even more, I can just click bold here, and there you go. So you can see. And I think that looks pretty cool. You know, if I wanted to change the color of the font, maybe if I wanted to use my brand's color for these different titles or these different sections here, I can just come over underneath font, go to color, come over here, click on this. I can go and add my color code in here, which is going to be this, okay? And then I can mark that as a favorite, which I already have, okay? And then I'm going to click apply. And as you can see, the font has changed. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of different things, guys, that you can do here. But I'm just going to go ahead and change this back to black as default. Okay, click apply. And then I'm going to click to save my work. Okay, now I'm going to get out of the typography section because I don't have anything else to do. And so once you're done making the changes that you have that you want to, you know, the font and all of that kinds of stuff, and you're happy with this, then you can click exit group styling. Okay, now the next thing that you want to do after you have kind of changed your fonts and all that kind of stuff and you're happy with things is you want to go to the section that says required marks. Okay, so required marks, I'm going to select and turn this on because what happens is that, you know, people, there's a lot of spammers out there, guys. You know, you have people coming to your site that are just kind of putting spammy stuff in there. And in my opinion, if you don't have like a required marks or some kind of checker where it's making sure that the person that is inputting content or inputting stuff into your information into your contact form is a real person, then you're just going to get a lot of spam. So I always definitely select required marks. Okay, now another thing that I want to do is I'm going to go into each one of these sections and I'm going to make sure that they are set for required. So you see here, that's going to put a little star by that. So that means that whenever somebody types something in or comes to the site, they have to put something in here. They just can't put any kind of googly gaw and try to submit it to the site. So I'm going to click apply. I'm going to do the same thing here for email address. That's super important. Okay. And then I'm also going to do the same thing for message. Now, if you're like a site where you want to get the phone number as a field or add that as a field to your form, no problemo. All you have to do is go to add new, okay? And in the field type, instead of first name, last name, full name, all of that, you're just going to click phone number. Okay. All right. And then you can make that a required field as well. You're going to click apply. And here's the cool thing. This is what I really love. If you wanted to reorder this, which I think it would make sense to reorder this, reorder these fields, all you would have to do, guys, is hover over to this contact form item that says phone number, and then you can drag this on up. Okay. So you see that? So it went from first name to phone number to email address to message, and I think that makes more sense. Okay, so that's another way to kind of reorder the fields or add fields and things like that. Now, if you didn't want that field, if you wanted to take this away, no problem. You go back to Exit Group Styling, and where it says phone number, you can just click the little trash can to remove it, and there you go. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to do is to show you guys really quickly how to add information after somebody emails or submits something into your form, how to add an email address, or how to basically route this information to you so that when somebody inputs information in, you can make sure that you get it. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go to the section that says email and after submit setup. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, so it's saying, okay, Kim, whenever somebody comes and submits some information to you, where do you want this message to go to? Now, I have a default email address that I use for a lot of stuff. And sometimes with contact forms and stuff, stuff can get lost in the wash, right? So you want to make sure, guys, that you're putting an email address that you know that you use all of the time in the to email section. Okay. Now, what I typically do for the subject is I leave it as default, new message from, and it's going to have the first name of the person, and it's going to have the user email, and that's pretty much it. And I'm pretty cool with that. Okay. So I leave this as default, but make sure that you have a working email in the to form so that when somebody submits the contact form to you, it's going to be routed properly to you to make sure that you can read it and you can get the information. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and click next. And this is another cool feature of this contact form. So there's 3 different options after somebody submits information into your contact form to your site, right? There's going to be, they can just reload the page. It'll redirect them to a custom URL. Now, I think this is perfect for you if maybe you're a coach and you have people coming to your site and they're booking appointments or things like that. I'm not really sure, but you can just redirect them to a custom page that says, hey, thank you so much for submitting your information. Just, I don't know, you can do a video page or something to make it more custom. You can redirect them to some kind of, I don't know, maybe a little special offer. I don't know, that's a little tacky on the contact form. Or you could just redirect them to a page that says, hey, just so you know, we received your message. In the meantime, you head over to our blog to read our latest, most popular blog post to help you learn how to X, Y, and Z. I think that's a cool idea of a redirect that you can use on a contact form, right? To keep people more engaged with your brand. And then the last thing that you can do, which is pretty cool, is you can actually create a default show success notification. So basically where you see this message here that says your message has been sent, thank you, you can actually delete this and you can actually create your own success notification. So you can just do something like, hey there, thanks for sending us a message. Someone from our team will be reaching out to you momentarily. Oops, and I can't spell. Have a great day. Okay, that is something that you can do as well. And then the last thing definitely that I would highly recommend doing is to make sure that you check the box that says send a confirmation email to the user. Okay, and this is just going to send them a little default message here. Okay, this is the default message. It's going to have best regards and then the name of your site. Okay, and then after you're done making the changes that you want to make to your contact form, which this is pretty much all that I do, you're going to click save and it's all going to be saved. Okay. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the color of this contact form submit because it does not match my branding, right? So in order to do that, I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to go here where it says master color, click this little sign over here, not the sign, but click this little icon with the color of the button. And then I'm going to go in and click this plus. I'm going to go here to where it says hex and RGB. And this is where it's important to know your color codes, guys. Okay? It's really important to know that because you can easily put your color code into this box to change the colors of anything that you're dealing with when it comes to Thrive Architect and any other anything else when it comes to design stuff. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and click apply, and then I'm going to click to save my work. Now, I'm pretty much done with this contact form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save and exit to look at what this contact form looks like. And I think it came out pretty cool. Again, there's other templates that you can use if you really want to get fancy schmancy. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send a test message to myself to make sure that this contact form is working as it should. Okay, so I'm just going to do Terry Silver. I don't know if you guys watch Power, but he was one of the characters there. And then I'm going to use one of my old email addresses. Okay, and I'm just going to do, this is a test to make sure this form works. Is this thing on? I'm being silly. Okay, so now let's go ahead and click send message. It should give a notification. There it is. Boom, so that it's working. So now what I'm going to do is go over to my Gmail, and please don't judge me. There's a lot of crap in here. It needs to be clean. But I just want to make sure that the message is going to come to me. Yep, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yay! So guys, as you can see, it works, right? It works. And again, the reason that I wanted to show you guys how to do this is because I have tried to use and struggled with in the past using Contact Form 7. I have used other contact forms. I have, and it's just been a pain. And I'm just like, there has to be an easier way to create a freaking contact form in my WordPress website without wanting to pull my hair out. And so I found this to be the easiest solution. Again, it's another way to dress up your contact forms. It makes it easy. You don't have to do any kind of special coding. Everything is just right there at the tip of your hands with the GUI. And so I just wanted to show you guys and share this information with you on how to do this. I really hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on how to install or how to add a contact form to your WordPress website. No code needed with Thrive Architect. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, as I will be cranking out some more video tutorials. And I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, what video or tech kind of tutorials would you love to see? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. You guys have a blessed day. I'm going to go and finish drinking my tea because it's just, I don't know. It's like, wow, I don't know. This cold is beating me down, but enjoy, share, and you guys have an awesome and epic day, okay? Oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, last but not least, make sure that you click update in WordPress so that everything is, or just to make sure that everything is saved, okay? And then once you go back to view page, you should be good to go, okay? This is what the contact form looks like. And then you should definitely make sure that you add this as an item to your menu so that it works, right? And you should already have that. So enjoy, guys. Let me know what you think, and cheers and have a great day. Bye, guys.